Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now, I got some sad news for you all. And first of all, before I go into the news, big shout out to all my people in the LA, all my people in the Cali area, everybody out there on the West Coast holding it down. But I have some breaking news, some bad news also. And yesterday evening, we lost a very important figure in the rap community and also in Stop the Gang Violence movement, and also a very good man, a very good father also, because he had a child. And that man's name was Nipsey Hussle. Big shout out to Nipsey Hussle, and I send my condolences out to him and his family. Now, there's a lot of rumors speculating around and circulating, basically stating what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Now, around, they say approximately, I think between 3 and 8 o'clock p.m. yesterday, they say a car pulled up and a man jumped out, and Nipsey, along with 2 other guys, were viciously shot down. Nipsey was hit 6 times. The other guys are still in critical condition, so let's keep them in our prayers also. We don't know if they're going to make it or not. But Nipsey pretty much lost his life, and it's very sad. And I couldn't show the whole video because, out of respect for him and his family, and due to the fact it was so graphic, just seeing him, laying on that ground, shot up. And this was real. A lot of people say that, a lot of these rappers, they fake their death, which someone might do, no pun intended. But this right here, you can see for your own eyes, was very real. And you might be wondering, well, what the hell happened to Nipsey? How did he wind up coming to this end of his life like this? Now, many speculate that it was maybe gang violence because he was a member of the, Rolling 60s Crips. For anybody know about the Rolling 60s and stuff, matter of fact, I have a few cousins. Well, they're not no more. They grew out of it, but they was Rolling 60s and stuff. But so he was a part of the gang culture, but he tried to shy away from it. But he still was like affiliated with them, but he wasn't out there doing things with them. Not saying they out here doing all kinds of things, but he wasn't out there being active with them, but he still was a member of the Rolling 60s. So many people say it was gang violence, but I don't really think that it was gang violence because, number one, it would have been so easier to get him, and why wait to get him now? And they also said maybe he had people hating on him. That's very true, possible also, because you have people that's jealous of your success. And a lot of times when you get money, you can't come back to the hood. You got to move away. That's why a lot of people move away. And for people who got money, they understand that. For people who don't have money or just want to hate it, be jealous, they don't get it, even though they get it. Because let you get some money, you want to be somewhere protected also because you become a target. But it also said, and this really came to my mind as of a while ago, when I heard that he was working on a documentary based on the life of Dr. Sebi, who was born Alfredo Darrington Bowman. Now, Dr. Sebi, he had remedies, and basically it was natural botanical remedies that cleanse and detoxify the body of of acidity and bring it back to an alkaline state. It's like a natural remedy, because acidity is what causes us to have a lot of teeth aches, causes us to have a lot of illnesses because our body build up this toxic level. But he said it's a natural way to cleanse it. And also that's where Lisa Left Eye Lopez from the group TLC, she went down to Honduras. But isn't it quite strange that she lost her life also? And that was on video in Honduras. I find that very strange. And she was down there with Dr. Sebi. Now, what's the coincidence of that? So evidently, Dr. Sebi must have had the fountain of youth, the keys to life. But he has been said to go to the Supreme Court and win. He's about one of the only person, if not the only person I ever heard of, went to the Supreme Court with people that had AIDS and actually won. Now, if that was to get out to the world, dude, you know how bad that'll make certain people over here feel. And also all the other doctors that have lost their lives and stuff within the last 3 to 5 years. We done had like 60, 70 herbal doctors, people that basically teach you how to heal yourself off of plants and natural remedies. Doctors, they have lost their life. A lot of them been found dead. Some of them ain't even been found. Some of them been shot in the head. Now, what's the coincidence of all these doctors being killed around the same time? And they all have a profession in this certain field, which is natural remedies and also herbalist doctors. So you have to think about that. But Lisa Left Eye Lopez from the group TLC was down there with Dr. Sebi. And it's strange that she lost her life, but she's the only one that died. Everybody else survived. Now, also, and this what also a lot of people don't understand that you have this woman, Star Marie Jones, who did the video with Tasha K, basically saying all this stuff about Cardi B. Star Marie Jones was down there with Dr. Sebi also. Matter of fact, they have Star Marie Jones on video with Dr. Sebi. So why wouldn't Star Marie Jones talk about Dr. Sebi instead of going after Cardi B? You know, since she met the late great doctor. That's kind of strange right there. So evidently certain people knew, not to say nothing about Dr. Sebi, but I did not know Nipsey Hussle was doing a documentary on Dr. Sebi. You know, maybe, you know, if somebody would have told him, you know, more of the details, because you have to understand most of these rappers, you know, unless they got people that's really connected and know certain things, they're normal people. Not saying that they're not normal people anyway, which what I mean is this, that they will see something and it might interest them and they might put it out there not realizing you're going against the very system that make money off of this. And that's the medical system. You have medical system, which is a billion dollar, damn near $1 trillion industry every year. It's a reason why you have so many doctors. It's a reason why you got to go back to your doctor 10, 20, 30 times. It's a reason for all that, because if you was cured, you'd be cured on the first try. And see, that's what Dr. Sebi brought to the table. He brought the real cure. So evidently, you know, some kind of way Dr. Sebi ended up getting on a plane. They end up trying to stop him, put him in jail, and he has so many amounts of money. I don't know if he had $20,000 or $40,000 on him, but he died in a jail in Honduras, out of all things. And I find that very strange also, because that's when around 2012, 2013, when they was really pushing his message out there. And that's when I heard about him, like around about 2011, 2012, close to the beginning of 2012, when I first heard him stuff. I was amazed. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know this was true. And the fact that he had real people with actual paperwork from the Supreme Court showing, because they was trying to, you know, shut him down back then. But he like, no, this is real. And he actually had real people that done got healed. So evidently, you know, either the government is lying or this is a whole false statement. But I don't see how it can be false, because you have so many people that's tied in to this situation that lost their life. And when I first heard this about Nipsey Hussle, the last thing popped in my mind was Dr. Sebi. Automatically, I thought about gang violence, which it possibly can be gang violence. But from what I hear, Nipsey Hussle, whose real name is Zermias Askedum, was loved in his community. He was loved over there in LA, Crenshaw, Slauson, and all that. People loved him. So if they was going to get him, evidently they would have been got him. But I find it strange that around the time that he's working on this documentary, he would wind up dead, shot in broad daylight. And that's a warning. See, you have things called messages, a warning. That's a warning to anybody else who want to be famous and speak out. We're not paying you to heal the world. We're paying you to follow this agenda. And people need to understand that, because what's the chances of Left Eye going down there meeting Dr. Sebi? She winds up dead. What's the chances of Dr. Sebi himself? If he can heal other people, don't you think he can heal himself? He winds up so-called dying from allegedly pneumonia or the flu. What's the chances of Nipsey Hussle later on in life? You know, even Dr. Sebi passed in 2016. Nipsey Hussle passed in 2019, close to almost 3 years, something later. Nipsey Hussle died because he was going to put the documentary out. And like I said, I did not even know that he was working on a documentary. But the last thing the powers that be want you to do is be able to think for yourself and heal yourself. Because if you can heal yourself, and we all have the power to heal ourselves. And no, I'm not no Dr. Sebi, but trust me, we have everything we need in its natural state to heal us. Back in the day, there was no machines that made Tylenol. There was no machine that made all these penicillins and all this other stuff that, you know, that you can go get from the doctors or the pharmacists. No, you had natural remedies. And what those remedies come from? They come from plants. What Dr. Sebi was using. I don't know the math, but I have the basic understanding is that you cannot take something that's not natural and put in some natural and try to cleanse what is natural, because that what is not natural cannot clean it, cannot detoxify it. Which means if you take a substance that these doctors and that these big pharmaceutical companies create, whatever it might be, you know, that's not going to help you. Really, that's going to ultimately hurt you. Because check this out. Notice if you take too many aspirin, too many Tylenols, what would happen? That might be your last headache. You might not wake up. You might die. So would that not be another way for you to stop your headaches? Would that not be another way called lemons? Don't you know lemons help stop headaches? But all this stuff is hidden. You know, that's why they push this garbage in front of us, because they know the average person is not going to think. We're going to trust what doctors say. You know, how many people trust what your doctors say when they come in there with their little coat, when they're a little bored and everything? But we're not realizing that these same doctors, they have medical meetings. They go to meetings all around the country every year. What are you meeting in private for? Why can't that meeting be on TV if it's for public health, if it's for the best interest of the public and keeping their immune systems and keeping them up to date on what's going on in the current medical field? So evidently all this stuff is kept on the wraps for a reason. But what are the chances that you will have 60 to 70 herbalist doctors, natural remedy doctors wind up dead? Few of them still missing. And you all may have seen that story. Hardly nobody ever did a story on that, because guess what? The real stories, they don't want you to put it out there. They don't want you to say anything about it. But this bullshit, whatever going on with Jay-Z's, Cardi B's, we can talk about that all day long. But the real shit, it flies under the radar, because trust me, it's a consequence to pay for that. The last thing people that control your life want you to do is wake up and start thinking and realize, hey, this is not right for me. This is wrong for me. This right here will hurt me in the long run. They don't want you to do that. They want you to walk around like you're zombies. So evidently, you know, some kind of way, Nipsey Hussle must have seen that, you know, and may the Most High, may God bless his soul, because that takes a good person to do that. Number one, because I consider Dr. Sebi, never met him, a good person for what he done, helping other people. See, you could tell the person, their character, who they are, by what they do for somebody else. Not really what they do for themselves, but what you do for other people. And Dr. Sebi was in the business of helping other people. And Nipsey Hussle, from what I heard, he done gave money out to people, done helped people in his community, done gave away food drives, speaking at gang events and stuff, just like the chief of police in Los Angeles basically had tweeted out that he had a meeting with Nipsey Hussle, because they come together, like you seen Nipsey out there with the Game, with the rapper The Game, with Snoop Dogg, and they were basically trying to stop the violence. Now, not saying Snoop ain't real with it, not saying The Game ain't real with it, but from what I seen in the forefront most of the time was Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me really take a liking to him, you know, for as a man, for as his character, because I seen that he really stood for something and he cared. But, you know, for him to lose his life like this, and I think that it's maybe over the Dr. Sebi situation, because for some reason they want to keep this shit on the wraps, just like it was a whole blackout on all these doctors that wind up being killed. There was a whole media blackout. You don't hear no stories hardly about that. Those stories ain't going viral. Nobody want to pay attention to that. They want to pay attention to what's going on with the Jay-Z's. They want to know what's going on with the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's, while your own health is failing you. Trust me, the last thing people want you to do is to be able to think for yourself. The moment that you start thinking for yourself, watch this whole world change. And it's not going to change until we wake up and realize what's really going on. So think about that when you go to your doctors and everything, and they prescribe you 30-some pills when you only need a damn plant. That's all you basically need. And why do they want to, why is it so hard with the penalties for marijuana, even though they passing these little lackluster laws? Why do you think they try to make a plant, which is marijuana, cannabis sativa? Why do you think they stigmatize that when it's proven that when I'm not trying to tell you all to smoke weed or anything else, that's on you what you do, but it's proven that this plant cures certain illnesses. It has thousands of remedies, thousands of cures that you can use it for. You can also use it as hemp to tie things, and it's more stronger than a regular rope. It's many things that you can do with that one plant, which is a leaf, marijuana. So why is the laws so strict on marijuana, which is a plant? Because that one plant can do a lot for you. It matter of fact, it help people that have headaches, help people that's stressed out, help people with glaucoma, all kinds of things, and the list goes on. But, you know, for this guy Nipsey Hussle to get killed outside of his store moments after taking a picture, and in the background he's working on a Dr. Sebi event, you know, that says a lot right there. That's pretty much blatantly saying, keep your mouth shut, focus on your music, focus on the gang stuff. But this real shit, as far as human health, because this stuff can go nationwide. See, they're not going to have gang stuff nationwide. People in China ain't worrying about Crips and blood nationwide. But guess what? Every individual on the face of this earth is going to worry about their health, your health. That's all you got in the end. So, of course, they'll push this other stuff out there, but don't talk about this real stuff as far as your health and how can you better your health. Because the moment you do that, you cut out the doctors, you cut out the hospitals and stuff. Notice most times when you start going to the hospital a lot, you start getting sicker. You go in there, something be wrong with your leg. Next thing you know, something wrong with your head and your hand. Everything getting cut out. So there you have it. Let me know what you all think about this. Now, like I said, when I first seen the video, I thought that it was over gang violence, and once again, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. My condolences goes out to him and his family, and also to his fiance. You all know who she is. But, we cannot be deceived, because this looked like a crab in a barrel mentality, which it really is, but it's not the crabs that you really think it is, because I thought this was another black on black crime, but it seems to me it's a little more than meets the eyes. Let me know what you all think about this video, because whereas there's signs of smoke, there's always a fire. Remember that. Think for yourself. Learn how to heal your own body. You will live longer and you will have much better health, because the moment you put your trust into these doctors, they're going to just, what you think they get paid for? Why you think you got to go to them so many times? Because they're using you like a guinea pig, because they know one thing. Why you think they make those medical words, the terminology, so long and so hard people can't even pronounce it, when it can be so simple? The thing is, you take things and you simplify it for the people. You don't make it more harder where people can't understand it if you're trying to help the people. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this. And it's a sad situation that we lost a good brother. We lost Nipsey Hussle, Armaz Askedum. And you got to wonder, you have rappers that have been pushing gangster agendas, all kinds of agendas for years, and nothing happened to them, because none of them never really stood up and tried to show the people the truth. So I think that was Nipsey Hussle's biggest downfall, because once you get into this entertainment business in Hollywood, no holds barred. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much dancing with the devil. Let me know what you all think about this video. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and definitely share this video with your family and friends, and do your research on Lisa Left Eye Lopez from the group TLC, how she went down to Honduras, how she wound up dead. And also do your research on Dr. Sebi, and also the Star Marie Jones connection with Dr. Sebi, and also ultimately the documentary that Nipsey Hussle was working on Dr. Sebi. And you'll have your answer. Let me know what you all think, though, once you find out. I'm out.